Welcome back. If you're anything like me, you're always out of the loop when it comes to the news. Why do you ask? Because I'm way too lazy to keep up with the world. I have heard a few tidbits here and there, like for example, the streets say a Russian civil war is about to happen. We wouldn't know that though, because we don't keep up with the news. So let's catch up on yesterday's news. A week late. Ian and Anthony bought Smosh again. If you don't know what that means, you're probably not as messed up as I am, because you did not watch them in your childhood. If you do know what that means, I apologize. In short, Ian and Anthony are childhood friends. They start a YouTube channel together in 2005. They become hugely famous, and eventually a company called Defy Media buys Smosh. They buy it with stocks that are not yet public. This means effectively they just gave it away for free. Defy Media goes to shit, and Anthony leaves in 2017. But then Defy Media completely shuts down in 2018. But fear not, Red and Link from Good Mythical Morning decide to buy Smosh. All of the channels, the entire brand. And Anthony has become successful with his own YouTube channel. Years go by without Anthony appearing on the channel. Ian is still there, and all the other cast we love are still there, except Smosh Games. But suddenly, in June of 2023, Ian and Anthony announced that they have bought the channel back. Mottega's childhood is pieced together again, and world peace has been achieved. Except in numerous countries, including Ukraine and Russia. Russia. The most powerful nation on the world, nearly fell to a private military group. Wagner, the worst blow to Putin's face? People simply let him pass? Russians didn't even try to resist? Truly embarrassing. Something we would never do to our Queen Nikki. But it's also kinda scary. This is because when the Bolsheviks rose up, the Soviet Union became a thing. I think. I'm not sure. I didn't really pay attention in history. Ever. Wagner never reached the capital of Moskva, which you probably better know as Moscow, or Moscow, but they were basically let off with a warning. In fact, Putin's bestie Lukashenko had to bail him out. So he better say thank you to Belarus, and get him a nice gift on Valentine's Day, which is coming up in 8 months. Couple goals. Speaking of couple goals, Estonia legalized same-sex marriage. So now some couples will finally get to fulfill their goal of marriage. This is a monumental event because Estonia is the first post-Soviet state to legalize gay marriage. To someone living in a Western nation, this may not seem like a big deal because in most Western countries, it is already legal. Some even go as far back as 2001. However, one of the main arguments that has long been used in countries like Ukraine, Belarus, and Russia is that being gay is simply a Western ideology. Estonia just proved that it isn't. It's really nice to know that I can get married in Estonia, because I'm going there in August. Well, I can get married in 6 months because it will only take effect in January 1st, 2024. Since we're already talking about couples, gay, straight, bi, it's Pride Month. It doesn't really matter. I thought we'd talk about one that isn't going so well. NATO still hasn't tied a knot with Sweden, which at this point has been waiting for quite a while. The main reason for this is that Turkey, one of NATO's multiple different personalities, isn't allowing it to join because of Kurdish terrorists. Did I read that right? Actually, I think that was the reason when Sweden and Finland both tried to join, but I doubt anything has changed because Sweden is still on the outside looking in. They also found some of the submarine's debris. Seems that Ariel is slaying more than just the box office this summer. In case you missed it, a ghetto submarine full of rich people imploded while it was trying to get a view of the Titanic. Mind you, it wasn't next to the Titanic. They still had to look at a screen. These people, which are all obviously dead now, paid $250,000 to get a little closer to the Titanic. In a submarine that had been tested before and was known to not be amazing? Truly obsessive, insane behavior. The insanity doesn't stop there though. A sepia filter caused by Canadian wildfires has turned the skies of the United States into Mexico in the movies. Our on-location person is gonna show you that the Netherlands is not plagued by this issue. Thank you, Motega. As you can see, we are not plagued by the issue. There was also a Nintendo Direct in which a new game was shown, which featured Mario tripping balls. Daisy playable. Pictures unrelated. And finally, YouTuber Colleen Ballinger is apparently a groom. I don't know anything about this situation. All I know is that she's also Miranda Sings, and that I used to watch her a lot. No, I did not do research for this video. Before I say anything else highly controversial, I think it's about time we wrap this up. Thank you for watching the most untrustworthy news channel on YouTube. I'll see you next week. Maybe.